Warning.
Yo, what's going on? Yo, welcome back to the channel, man. I'm not taking that out, by the way. I hope you know that. And today, we'll be making fun of fat people. We'll be reacting to the epidemic of obese, poor people. Video by Love Halal. I feel like it's been like way too long since we reacted to a Love Halal video. I think the last one. Shit, I can't even remember what the. Oh, god damn it! I cursed. Oh, it's a good thing I'm the one editing these videos, man. Anyway, that just pissed me off, so I'm not even gonna bother trying to finish that intro.
Unless you accidentally stumble upon.
Bro, shut up. Let's just get straight into the video.
Unless you accidentally stumble upon Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, or any other high-calorie celebrity, odds are any fat person you can see outside is going to be below the poverty line. And I have a couple statistics to prove that. Now, basically, to make this long story short, people who are below the poverty line are 30% more likely to be obese, versus people above are 31%. And a similar discrepancy can be found within children, where children born in low-income families were 19% more likely to be obese, versus high-income 10%. But why exactly is that? Because if you really think about it, it's kind of an oxymoron. People who are fat should have more money because they can buy more food, they can eat more. At least historically, that's kind of how it was. I know back in like the old British freaking empires, they would plump up the kings and the queens to symbolize the wealth that they had. Versus people who were skinny or slender were always the peasants who couldn't afford food. But now the dichotomy has kind of.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro's freaking mic is starting to sound like mine. I don't like it. This is gonna be a long video, chat, because when I'm editing, I can hear the echo in my room. Okay. I know it's there. Don't worry, I'm gonna get friggin' soundproof paneling and put on the walls. But I can hear it when I'm editing, and it bothers me. So having to sit through this whole video with that echo is gonna be.
We do not care.
It's gonna be, bro. It's gonna be, bro. Let's just try to get through this. It's only 10 minutes.
So as I said, why is that? Today we're gonna be discovering why that is. We're gonna get to the bottom of the broke plus fat epidemic, and then we're gonna be discussing whose fault it is. Is it their fault? The government?
It's their fault. Oh! It's their fault. You can't be broke and fat. Those two things, you have your priorities mixed up, bro. If you're broke and fat, pick a struggle. All right.
Fault, corporations, etc. Because looking at the stats, the proof is in the pudding. And also, let's be honest, there is a crazy stereotype when it comes to places like McDonald's. I mean, let's be real here. Everybody thinks McDonald's, obesity. For example, the products that fast food places use are cheap and terrible for you.
He ain't lying.
And I believe that is the main problem within today's video. It's not necessarily the fault of fat people for being fat all the way, 100%. Which I know that's gonna sound a little bit crazy to some of y'all out there, but just hear me out. Because nowadays, the government makes it much more difficult to be healthy. And I would argue today the issue is worse than it ever has been.
You know what? No. He's got a point. He's got a point. Because I remember not too long ago, I went to this Whole Foods. Was it Whole Foods? Kind of S grocery store. I think it was Natural Groceries or some nonsense like that it was called. Those food prices had no reason being as high as they were, bro. No reason. No reason. I paid damn near almost double for the protein that it's not even a protein that I get. Okay, I don't like vanilla protein. I think it tastes like butt, but it was damn near double the price of the regular protein that I get. No. So I'll give him that one, bro. They are making it way harder to be healthy, so I guess. But it's still their fault for being fat.
Greed. So in the last video I made about kids, school lunches being toxic and taken over by corporate greed, where corporations are just pumping out cheap, terrible products for kids to eat just so they can make profits. It's very similar within the fast.
Homeschool your kids, bro. They are literally poisoning the youth, bro. Don't homeschool your kids.
Food organizations. More or less, there are companies like Heinz, Coca-Cola, Cisco, creating the food supply.
I'm just talking out my ass, chat. I have no proof to back in that statement, all right?
Is this nigga serious?
I'm just saying shit. Just say shit, bro. Don't listen to me all the time, chat. Just sometimes.
in these local fast food chains, and they barely skip by these FDA regulations. They use low quality oils, high calorie ingredients, high sugar and processed components in their foods, and they're allowed to get away with it because they know how to skate behind the law. So in this article here, the business model of ultra processed foods, it states that refined sugars are used, hydrogenated oils, whatever that means, artificial flavors and preservatives, and synthetic emulsifiers and thickeners are used to replace things like dairy, eggs, or butter. They use artificial flavors to reduce production costs. They use these oils to extend shelf life, because if you guys have noticed, there are foods at McDonald's, for example, that just literally don't rot. If you find it
that McDonald's Big Mac, I saw a video about this, bro. I think it was on Instagram. This dude got a McDonald's burger, a Five Guys burger, and some other burger, I think Burger King, right? And just let them go bad to see which one goes bad the fastest. Spoiler alert, that's probably the healthiest one out of the pick, right? Because it's a natural cycle, things are supposed to rot. That McDonald's burgers, I think it stayed healthy for like 2 months. I don't believe that video is 100% accurate, because I refuse to believe a burger is going to stay as pristine as it was the minute he bought it for 2 months. But it goes to show how many chemicals is in the shit that we're eating. Like, don't get me wrong, the shit tastes good, bro. Wow. I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. I had McDonald's this morning. I'm not even joking. So, I know for a fact the shit tastes good, bro, but it is not good for you, bro. It isn't. If you can find a healthier alternative, oh, it's going to be a long night. Find it, because fast food is not the way to go, bro.
McDonald's bun, for example. You can leave it out for like a week. I've seen people do experiments where they leave it out and it does not get moldy, bro. That is not normal, bro. That means that the bread is not bread, not the bread that we know. So here shows a very stark difference between ultra processed items, the cost of production versus the profit that they make, and the same for Whole Foods. So clearly we can tell they're basically scamming you, okay? Modern day Roman pickpocketers, bro. Now apparently these companies are backed by like crazy hedge funds, private equity, people like BlackRock, Vanguard, other institutional investors. Once they buy these healthier brands, they switch them up, change the ingredients basically, and turn them into profit machines. And of course, there's a whole psychology of food marketing, where if you ever see like McDonald's, for example, they will advertise like health with food somehow, or they'll advertise like toys and things like that.
And they lying to you.
With McDonald's, when kids should not be eating McDonald's, honestly, is like fries. Your brain does not allow you to grow nutritionally properly, all the above. Oh, even here, boom, targeting children and low-income communities. So they use child advertising, literally what I just said. They place them in low-income neighborhoods. So if you ever are in a low-income neighborhood, you will see more McDonald's than, I don't know, the rich areas, right? Health washing, exactly what I was talking about as well. High protein, organic, vitamins, things like that. And of course, some of the risks are obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cancer. Now remember when I said in particular, right? Let's just say regulations. There are not that many regulations when it comes to advertising, so these companies can say organic.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, chat, bro, he is going off at the mouth, bro. He needs to slow down, cause low key, it's kind of becoming a little bit too much.
You stupid.
For me to keep up with how fast he's talking. He take your time,
protein, this, that, healthy, blah blah blah. So maybe you're like, okay, I'm gonna make the healthy choice. I'm gonna go with McDonald's, but I'm gonna just get a fillet of fish instead of, I don't know, a double quarter pounder, because the macros are a little bit more friendly. When in reality, both of them are just.
That did not do nothing. That just made the audio sound even worse. So I guess we'll just have to try. You know what I mean?
It's bad for you in general. One might be slightly less bad for you, but the other one is even worse. So is it really bad? It's like one poison versus another poison squared. I don't know. You're getting poisoned regardless. Brief intermission if you're enjoying the video so far, please tell you that. And you don't even know what you're putting into your body for real. Now, it doesn't take a genius to know that fast food is bad for you. That's basically all I just said. So far, fast food is bad for you. But also, what about how fast food companies will put more of their places in more poor areas, because that's all that poor people can afford. Let's just say, not just fast food. Let's just talk about like snacks, the little...
Okay. He's starting to make sense, and I don't like it. I don't like it, chat, because it's kind of hard for me to, you know, make fun of facts. You know what I mean? I still blame them for being fat, bro. It's still a mental thing, bro. It very much is. Yes, I get it. They are literally, what's the word I'm looking for? Goading, or I guess, molding, right? There's a specific word I'm looking for, but I can't remember it. But they're literally shaping people up to be fat by how they are making these products and how they're advertising these products. I get that. But, with that being said, it is still on an individual to know exactly what they're putting in their body, bro. Like, I get it if you don't want to do the research because you just like eating the food because it tastes good. Cool. Then when you get fat, you can't blame nobody but yourself.
He's right, you know.
You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. You can't just say all these evil corporations, blah, blah, blah. No. You had the option to go look into this thing, and you didn't. So you're still fat. Blame yourself. I don't feel bad for him, bro. That might be a little harsh. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure that I'm not entirely honest about what I just said either. So, I don't know. We'll see if my opinion changes by the end of this video.
Maybe the Nutter Butters, maybe Almond Joys, I don't know, all the friggin' unhealthy things that you could buy in a little liquor store. When you put your eye out for it, there is more and more bad food that you're just gonna notice everywhere. For example, I went to high school in a very low income neighborhood. Fast food everywhere. Literally across the street, Jack in the Box. Across the street, KFC. In the school, the only thing you could really buy was Little Debbie's, chocolate, freaking Twinkies. Nothing actually good for you. And even if they did put things that were more good for you, it's not like we were gonna be able to buy it because we were all broke as hell. Now, given the fact that we were broke, right? And there's a lot of parents who are like, let's face it, you know, we don't have McDonald's money. Oh, if you don't have McDonald's money, it's not like it gets better from there. Because the moment you get home, you are eating like beanies and weenie, ramen, syrup sandwiches, sodium bombs. It's not like it was getting much better. If anything, it was getting even worse. Let's face it, bro, poor people, it's
Or if you like me, you know what I mean, you starve.
Damn.
Yeah, you just don't eat. Or you just like fast for days at a time and then randomly just eat a big ass meal of the absolute bullshit that they are feeding you. At least that way you won't get fat because you starve it out for like 2-3 days afterwards, you know what I mean?
No.
So oh, man, I have no idea where I was going with
significantly
that.
harder to eat healthy. On top of that, let's add the context of being poor. You have to work longer, maybe work more difficult jobs that are more tiring in order to make money. So you are going to be a little bit more tired when it comes to making that healthy choice. For example, bro, if I'm working 60 hours a week, trying to barely scrape by as a single parent for my kids, right? Bro, I might be tired and be like, damn, I can't cook for myself. Maybe I'll cook for the kids, but I need to get myself a little DoorDash, a little Mickey D's, a little Wendy's. I don't know, something, bro, because I don't have the energy and the time. That comes and bites you in the butt later because it's going to negatively affect your health, right? There are more things that factor into why poor people have poor health or can be facing fatness / obesity. Like even depression from working these long hours, it all just is a cycle of just negativity. You're working long hours, you can't afford healthy things. Maybe you're depressed, now you're eating more, now you're binge eating bad food. It's just like, damn, you're getting smashed from all angles, man. Double team, gangbang. Okay? Now, besides government impact, work culture, corporate greed, things like that, there are other reasons.
I ignored that chat. Mental thing, bro. It's all a mental game. So yes, I get it. There are outside factors, okay, that are coercing you. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Into falling down that pipeline of, you know, the binge eating and getting freaking fat and obese and broken, all that extra jazz. But it's still a mental thing because you can still choose to not do that. You know, it's really not that detrimental to just not eat for one night. You know, just go to bed hungry, wake up and then eat in the morning. It's not that bad. I promise you. I've done it plenty of times.
We do not care.
It's not that bad. It really isn't. So, I don't feel bad for them. I still don't feel bad for them. I still think it's their own faults for being fat and obese. And I'm going to be honest. Most of them don't care, which is good. Hey, if you are going to live that lifestyle, accept that lifestyle. You feel me? And I am happy for you. But don't be mad at me when I call you fat, bro. If you choose to be fat, don't be mad at me when I call you fat.
reasons why poor people
That's all I'm saying.
can be fat or very, very out of shape that have more to do with like social media trends. For example, fat acceptance. Now, I know fat acceptance can be good in many ways, but also it can be bad in a lot of ways too. Because regardless, even if you are going through these issues, you still have to make that effort because nobody's gonna drag you out of that hole but you. But if you hear from other people on social media who are also maybe struggling, or they're trying to cope with the fact that they're unhealthy, maybe they're in different circumstances, I don't know what their circumstances, and they're saying, oh, it's perfectly fine to do that, you're not really gonna feel that motivation to get better or strive for greatness.
It's
Facts.
okay to be fat. Just a reminder while you're scrolling through lots of videos.
Goodness motherfucking gracious, chat.
Troy, you need to stop.
Jesus, that was funny.
Videos of annoying skinny people that it is okay to not be skinny. Whether you're on a weight loss journey or whether you just don't fucking care. You're worthy.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This face is crazy. But bro's mustache is way nicer than mine, and I hate that. I hate that for myself, chat. I hate that I can't grow facial hair as well as this guy. But, you know what I do have on him? I can grow hair on the top of my head instead.
Shut your stupid.
Give love and respect in the body you're in right now.
Now, besides the fat acceptance movement, I think that mukbangs are low-key a disease to the internet in a way. The latest thing I saw on mukbang TikTok was a dude by the name of Jay Bulu. Now, this guy is crazy because he sounds like he's 1 second away from dying from a stroke, a heart attack, cardiac arrest, I don't even know.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, brother, no. What are we doing? Brother, no.
The man is eating.
There's no reason a sip of Pepsi should cause you to go into cardiac arrest, bro. At that point, you need to stop. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever said this before in a video. I think I have. But the friggin' mukbang culture is a horrible friggin' subgenre of content creation, bro. It's so disgusting. I don't get it. What is the appeal of sitting there watching people freaking shove food in their faces all dramatically and crazy like?
Big back behavior.
Huh?
Big back behavior.
Man, that has hi. It's disgusting behavior is what it is, Chad. It's freaking crazy.
Like it's his last meal. Then when you see people like this and everybody in the comment section is laughing or he's getting clout even, you might be somebody who's like, you know what, this is funny, this is good, positive reinforcement, let me do the same thing. Or even worse, let me start up my mukbang career. There are plenty of people who are obese.
Do not start up doing mukbang, bro. You're only gonna die or have to get your legs cut off because you had diabetes or some shit. I don't know. Just don't do it.
Mukbangs, but that's literally the last thing they should be doing for their health, bro. You need to be eating healthier, exercising more, things like that, right? And then even worse are the mukbangers who eat their food and spit it out and glorify overeating, but they're low-key fit in a way. There are people who spit them out, but also people who don't even tell you, like, the viewer discretion. Don't overeat like this. This is not healthy to do all the time. And the people who make it seem like they can just eat as much as they want without gaining weight. Those people
that's not possible.
They're secretly lifting, they're running, they're exercising. It's not possible to be consuming that level of calories while being fit. It just isn't. You have to be doing something else. You have to be either spitting it out or doing your exercise on the back end, which they do not tell you about, which I feel like they should.
If you do the exercise on the back end, then that's fine. I can accept that. I still don't think it's a good thing to do, bro. I still think it's disgusting. But if you're doing your exercise on the back end, even if you don't tell nobody, that's fine. Because obviously nobody's stupid enough to believe that you're ingesting 2,000 calories every 2 minutes and you're staying a lean 190 pounds. Nobody's buying that shit.
He's right, you know.
If you're stupid enough to believe that that person is eating over 20,000 calories a day and staying fit, you're out of your mind. Wake up, bro. Because obviously you're dreaming some bullshit.
always disclose that, glorifies obesity, overeating, poor health. And if you're already doing that, bro, I think it's on you to motivate the people to be healthy and take their health serious. It's kind of like people who make, like, I don't know, smoking content or something. Like, bro, you should, every video you should be like, yo, I am not encouraging young people to smoke. I'm not encouraging people to smoke, blah, 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 things like that. Now, in today's video, we talked about multiple different reasons of why poor people tend to be very fat. We got corporate greed, okay? So the companies owning a monopoly over big food, profiting. Now, back to this one article from earlier, we didn't really talk about the profits from poor health. So a lot of, like, insurance companies, they profit from poor health in low-income communities. They drive up insurance premium. Places that sell, like, medication, for example. Oh, you need medication for your weight loss? Come to me. That's just how the government makes more of their money. The weight loss industries, programs, stuff.
All that Ozempic and all that extra shit. I get it. All right. I'm peeping game. So, essentially... Can you die quieter, please? So, essentially, what he just told me that I need to do, Chad, is I need to open a fast food restaurant, right? And start, obviously, poisoning the community with the food. And then I need to open some sort of clinic or medical office or something like that and hire doctors to sell people bullshit. $1 million idea, chat. Write that down. Somebody put it into practice.
And they promote diet fads and things like that. That's how they make their money. So America, the world is just funded by corporate greed to an extent, bro. It's all just a cycle, bro. And that's just a low-income thing in general. It doesn't even matter if you're fat, skinny, or what. In today's video, we talk about how corporate greed, working long hours, being low income, social media trends can all lead to poor people being fat, or which can all influence people to become more unhealthy in some way, shape, or form. Now, with that being said, against all odds, this video is not a coping video, a video of just sit down, bend over, take it all like a good boy. No, you have to fight back. This video is more of a motivational call to action type of video because the system is against you and it is made for you to be chewed up, swallowed up, and then give up on your goals of fitness and give up on your health. In today's video, I gave reasons why people should give fat people more grace, give obese people more grace, but not why things are impossible. They might be difficult, but never impossible. Because I promise you, when you promote your health, you will be living a much, much better lifestyle overall. You're gonna feel better in the morning. You're gonna feel more confident in yourself. Everything quality of life-wise gets better the more you focus on your health. And again, I'm not speaking from outside the club. I'm telling you, a couple months ago, bro, all I did for a couple years straight, sit at this freaking desk and make videos, record, not do no exercise, until I realized, damn, I am very, very out of shape. So guess what? I got up off my ass, started running, started lifting, started eating better, and being like, damn, I look way better, I feel way better, I am way better, I deserve more. 2026, it's the start of the year. Take care of your health. With that being said, have an amazing rest of your day. Let me know what you want me to talk about.
All right. I will give him that, bro. The ending part, he's right. The more you take care of yourself, the better you'll feel. It's a great thing, bro. Listen, I already told y'all I'm trying to be a fat ass for 2026. You know what I mean? Trying to hit that weight goal, you know? Get my weight up a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut it, and I'm about to sculpt myself into the perfect masterpiece, bro. Ain't nobody gonna be able to say shit to me. I promise you that. I promise you that. Nobody. But this ain't about me. This is about fat people. If some of you come here. If some, I'm gonna fuck up my whole setup being stupid. If some of you motherfuckers ever cut, do you know how crazy I'm hitting all the wrong shit right now. Do you know how crazy y'all gonna look, bro? Listen, I can only imagine. I'd be jealous. I would be jealous. This is what happens when I be extra for these videos for no goddamn reason, bro. I just start breaking shit. Anyway, man, that'll be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all learned something, bro. Take care of your health. Your health is the most important asset in your life, considering it is the main source of your life. Obviously. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man.